Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Malamed, Shlita. Hope everyone had a great Shabbos. First time we had here in Chutz La'aretz, just a Shabbos, a regular Shabbos. We had the resumption of Tachanan for most minhagim who don't say until after Rosh Chodesh. So it's great to be sort of back into the full swing of things, a full week of school, etc., etc., although some will have off for Election Day. It's Election Day here in the United States. You know, kind of a ho-hum, not such a big deal of a day. I, of course, speak a little tongue-in-cheek. It's a very important day. Everyone should make every effort to go out and vote. Don't think that your vote doesn't count. It absolutely counts, regardless of whom you vote for. But voting is a very important American right and privilege, one which we should make full use of. We continue davening for Chayalei Tzva Haganah Yisrael, for Shlomo L'chol P'tzui Yisrael, and learning in memory of Seren Daniel Shume ben Harav Durun Vasheli, Hashem Yakum Damo. The next chapter we have is Suda Lefnei Tfilas Mincha. Misha shehagia chatzos hayom, already from midday, halachic midday, again using Zmanio, tzarich lehizar shelo l'shkoch lispala mincha. So one has to already, from midday, not forget to daven mincha. You have to be careful not to forget. Lefichach lo yaschel v'suda gedola kodem sheispala mincha. So one, ideally, shouldn't start a big meal before davening mincha. Usuda gedola hi sudas rabas mishtatfim. This is referring to a meal where many people are taking part. Kigon sudas bris mila, sheva brachas pidyon ben. So if you're at a sudas mitzvah for a bris, a pidyon ben, a sheva brachas, something like that. Aval sudas Shabbos eden nach shevas l'suda gedola. Shabbos lunch, let's say, which is after Musaf, after we daven in the morning, and usually before Mincha, is not considered a Suda Gedola. B'shas adchak efshar l'haschel Suda Gedola kodem l'tfilas Mincha. In a time of need, one can begin a great Suda before Mincha. Ubetnai shebar lahem sheyaspik l'saymes Suda kodem l'sof zman Mincha. As obviously with a condition and making it known that we have to finish before Mincha starts. And also people should remind themselves, remind others, and worry and think about davening mincha after the meal. A half hour before mincha katana, so about 3 hours before shkia, before sunset, so one who hasn't davened mincha shouldn't even eat a small meal. But if there is somebody who has accepted the responsibility to make sure to remind people to daven mutar le'echol. So, just to give you a horrible analogy, if you have sort of the designated driver when one is going out for a festive occasion and there's one person who's designated to drive home and not to have alcohol, so let's call that designated driver the designated mincha reminder. If you're the designated mincha reminder, then people are allowed to eat. Perhaps we should even set an alarm that will ring when it's time to daven. And one should be very careful that as soon as the alarm goes off, that's it, we drop everything, and we're going to go daven mincha. There are some who are very careful. They won't even eat a small meal after chatzos before they daven mincha. He says that's why the custom arises that in many yeshivas, particularly in Eretz Yisrael, that mincha precedes lunch. They have mincha first, and only afterwards, after mincha, do they have the afternoon meal. In the note here, it says as follows. He says, according to the Rif and the Rambam, those shitas that you just mentioned about davening early, he says, some say it's better certainly to daven before the meal. He says in a time of great need, you could eat a regular meal even 3 hours, halachic hours, before sunset, even without a reminder, a designated mincha reminder or an alarm. This is provided that a person is used to going to minyan. If you're used to going to shul, then that's certainly not an issue. So just to speak practically, that if you are accustomed to going to shul, and you know what time shul is, that's the reminder. So then you know your meals are going to work around that. So you could even have a meal beforehand because you know that you have to finish in a certain time and you have to get to shul. So it's the same thing that's going throughout, that if you know that you have a set time for mincha and you have a shul that you go to, etc., then you'll be in good shape. But here we are with another week of learning, so please continue davening for Chayalei Tzva Haganah Yisrael, for Shlomo L'chol P'tzui Yisrael, a safe return of our hostages, Lili Nishmat, Sarah and Daniel Shimon, Rav Drum Shelley. Looking forward to another great week of learning ahead. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great day.